Cognitive warfare, history, present, and future. Overview of cognitive warfare. Cognitive warfare has emerged as a significant focus within the realm of international security, particularly in the wake of advancements in technology and an increased understanding of human psychology. This type of warfare is defined by its strategic aim to influence the thoughts, feelings, and reactions of individuals and groups, effectively transforming the human mind into a battleground. Since its exploration by NATO's Innovation Hub in 2021, cognitive warfare has become a critical area of concern, emphasizing the need for nations to adapt to this evolving threat. Key drivers of cognitive warfare. 1. Knowledge. The knowledge aspect of cognitive warfare stems from advancements in neuroscience, behavioral economics, and psychology. Research shows that a significant portion of human decision-making is driven by unconscious processes and cognitive biases rather than rational thought. For instance, studies indicate that only about 5% of our decisions are made rationally, while the rest are influenced by factors such as automatic responses, biases, and cognitive shortcuts. Understanding these mechanisms has allowed actors to manipulate information more effectively, making cognitive warfare a potent tool in modern conflict. 2. Incentives. Countries are increasingly recognizing the advantages of engaging in cognitive warfare. This approach offers a low-risk, cost-effective means to achieve strategic objectives without the need for traditional military engagements. For example, China's use of cognitive warfare in its strategy towards Taiwan illustrates how nations can exert influence without resorting to conventional aggression. The incentives for such actions are clear. They allow for significant geopolitical maneuvering while minimizing the risks associated with military confrontation. 3. Means. The rapid evolution of information technology, particularly the rise of social media, artificial intelligence (AI), and the potential of virtual reality (VR), has drastically enhanced the capabilities for cognitive warfare. These technologies enable the creation and dissemination of targeted disinformation campaigns, allowing for unprecedented levels of psychological manipulation. The proliferation of fake news bots and digital influencers can sway public opinion and disrupt societal norms, further complicating the landscape of modern warfare. Historical context and recent developments. Cognitive warfare is not a new phenomenon, however, its recognition as a distinct form of conflict is relatively recent. The term gained traction as global tensions escalated, particularly with events such as the Russian disinformation campaigns during the Ukraine conflict. These actions highlighted the importance of narrative control in shaping public perception and political outcomes. As governments grapple with the implications of cognitive warfare, there is an increasing need for frameworks that address these challenges. Timeline of key events. 2021, NATO's Innovation Hub begins exploring the concept of cognitive warfare, laying the groundwork for further research and practical applications. 2024, a surge in discussions and reports surrounding cognitive warfare emerges, focusing on its implications for national security and the necessity for proactive measures. Perspectives from various sources. Source 1, Irene Pugel. In her analysis, Irene Pugel emphasizes the psychological foundations of cognitive warfare, highlighting how cognitive biases can be exploited for information manipulation. She stresses the need for policymakers to not only regulate emerging technologies but also to identify and address vulnerabilities in human cognition. Pugel underscores the importance of understanding the cognitive domain to combat these threats effectively. Source 2, HCSS. The HCSS report presents cognitive warfare as a continuous psychological struggle within society, examining its profound effects on social structures and cultural dynamics. It advocates for heightened public awareness and citizen engagement to foster resilience against cognitive manipulation. Source 3, NATO Joint Warfare Center. This source provides an in-depth analysis of tactical approaches to cognitive warfare, highlighting the necessity for military and governmental organizations to adapt to the evolving nature of conflict. The report calls for innovative tactics and a comprehensive understanding of cognitive warfare's implications on modern military operations. Future implications of cognitive warfare. As technology advances, the potential for cognitive warfare will only expand. Emerging technologies such as generative AI and brain-computer interfaces pose new challenges and opportunities. Generative AI can enhance the quality and effectiveness of disinformation campaigns, making it increasingly difficult for individuals to discern fact from fiction. Moreover, as AR/VR technologies become more integrated into everyday life, the risk of manipulation and reality distortion will grow. Strategic recommendations. To effectively address the challenges posed by cognitive warfare, a multifaceted approach is essential. 1. Enhanced public awareness. Educating citizens about cognitive biases and the tactics used in cognitive warfare is crucial for building resilience. 2. Policy development. Governments must formulate policies that regulate the use of emerging technologies in the cognitive domain, ensuring that individual cognitive rights are protected. 3. Interdisciplinary collaboration. A collaborative effort among technologists, psychologists, and policymakers is necessary to identify vulnerabilities in human cognition and develop strategies to mitigate them. For research investment, continued investment in research related to cognitive warfare will be vital to stay ahead of potential threats and adapt to new developments in technology. 5. International cooperation. Countries should work together to establish norms and agreements regarding the use of cognitive warfare techniques. Promoting stability in the international arena. Conclusion. Cognitive warfare represents a profound shift in the nature of conflict, merging psychological manipulation with advanced technological capabilities. As nations navigate this complex landscape, it is imperative to understand the historical context, current trends, and future implications of cognitive warfare. By fostering public awareness, developing robust policies, and promoting interdisciplinary collaboration, societies can better protect themselves against the challenges posed by this new form of warfare. The preservation of individual autonomy and societal stability in the face of cognitive manipulation will depend on proactive measures taken today to anticipate the evolving threats of tomorrow. Cognitive warfare represents a paradigm shift in how conflicts are waged, targeting the very essence of human cognition rather than relying solely on traditional military strategies. This evolution is intricately tied to advancements in neuroscience, artificial intelligence (AI), and social media, which have dramatically altered the landscape of influence and manipulation. Counterintuitive insights. 1. Cognition as a battlefield. While one might expect conventional warfare to dominate discussions on conflict, the emergence of cognitive warfare highlights that the mind is now a primary target. This shift suggests that wars are no longer fought just on physical terrains but within the psychological frameworks of populations. The idea that one's mental landscape can be a battleground is counterintuitive to traditional notions of warfare, which have historically emphasized tactics in physical combat. 2. Rationality versus irrationality. The assertion that only about 5% of our decisions are rational challenges the common belief that human beings primarily act on logical reasoning. This insight, rooted in behavioral economics and psychology, posits that our cognitive biases and subconscious influences drive most of our decisions. In cognitive warfare, this understanding is exploited to manipulate public perception and behavior, emphasizing a need to rethink the nature of decision-making in both personal and collective contexts. 3. Technological empowerment of manipulation. The expansion of cognitive warfare is facilitated by technology in ways that might seem paradoxical. For instance, while technology is often seen as a tool for empowerment and democratization of information, it simultaneously enables unprecedented levels of manipulation and disinformation. The ability of AI to create deepfakes or tailor messages to individual biases illustrates how technological advancements can undermine the very foundations of informed decision-making, revealing a duality in technology's role in society. For low-risk warfare, Engaging in cognitive warfare presents a low-risk alternative to traditional military action, which is counterintuitive when considering the potential for significant societal impact. Countries can achieve strategic objectives without the direct costs associated with armed conflict, underscoring a disturbing trend where psychological manipulation becomes a preferred method of exerting influence or achieving geopolitical goals. 5. Exploitation of biases. The systematic use of cognitive biases such as confirmation bias and the anchoring effect highlights a troubling dimension of modern warfare. The fact that these biases can be intentionally exploited for political manipulation challenges the notion of informed citizenship. It raises questions about the integrity of democratic processes and the vulnerability of societies to psychological manipulation, suggesting that the perceived autonomy of individuals may be an illusion. 6. Social media as a weapon. The role of social media in cognitive warfare is often framed as a tool for connectivity and information sharing. However, its capacity to facilitate disinformation campaigns and psychological operations presents a stark contradiction. While social media platforms are designed for open communication, they simultaneously serve as battlegrounds for cognitive influence, showcasing the paradox of connectivity leading to disconnection from reality. 7. Neuroscience and warfare. The intersection of neuroscience and warfare, particularly in understanding how cognitive vulnerabilities can be exploited, presents a counterintuitive alignment of fields typically seen as disparate. The notion that insights from brain science can be weaponized to manipulate thoughts and emotions challenges the ethical boundaries of scientific research and its application in conflict. 8. Personalized disinformation. The advent of AI and machine learning allows for hyper-targeted disinformation campaigns that adapt to individual cognitive profiles. This level of personalization in warfare is unprecedented and counterintuitive, as it transforms each individual into a unique target, rather than a member of a collective group. This suggests a future where warfare is not just about overwhelming numbers or brute force, but about precision targeting of beliefs and perceptions. 9. Governance and regulation. The call for policymakers to adapt governance frameworks to address cognitive warfare raises the paradox of regulation in an era of rapid technological advancement. While the intent is to protect individual cognitive rights, the challenge lies in balancing innovation with the prevention of misuse. This dynamic reflects a broader struggle between progress and ethical considerations, where the very technologies that empower individuals can also be turned against them. 10. Future implications. The predictions about the future of cognitive warfare, including the potential for brain-computer interfaces to influence thoughts and behaviors, suggest a dystopian reality that many might dismiss as far-fetched. However, as technological integration into daily life deepens, the boundary between reality and manipulation could blur, marking a significant evolution in how conflicts are waged and experienced on both individual and societal levels. In conclusion, cognitive warfare represents a profound transformation in the nature of conflict, characterized by the manipulation of human cognition through advanced technologies. The insights gleaned from this analysis challenge conventional understandings of warfare decision-making and the ethical implications of scientific advancements, suggesting a future where the battle for minds is as critical as the battle for territory. Cognitive warfare is an emerging form of conflict that centers on manipulating human thoughts, emotions, and reactions to achieve strategic objectives. This concept has gained traction since being explored by NATO's Innovation Hub in 2021. Its significance lies in the intersection of psychological manipulation and technological advancements, which enable actors to engage in warfare without traditional military confrontations. Overlooked aspects of cognitive warfare. 1. Psychological foundations. One of the most crucial yet often overlooked aspects is the psychological basis of cognitive warfare. Many reports emphasize the technological tools used to conduct such warfare, but the underlying psychology, how cognitive biases and heuristics can be exploited, needs more attention. For instance, the notion that only a small fraction of our decisions are rational, around 5%, is a profound insight that underpins cognitive warfare strategies. Understanding this can help in crafting defenses against manipulation. 2. The role of neuroscience. Advances in neuroscience provide insights into human cognition that can be weaponized. The ability to tap into subconscious processes means that cognitive warfare can be more effective than traditional methods of persuasion or propaganda. This aspect's significance lies in recognizing that as our understanding of the brain improves, so too does the potential for its manipulation. Policymakers must therefore prioritize research into how these insights can be countered. 3. Incentives for engaging in cognitive warfare. The incentive structure for engaging in cognitive warfare is crucial. Unlike conventional warfare, which carries significant risks and costs, cognitive warfare offers a lower-risk alternative with potentially high rewards. This attracts state and non-state actors to engage in cognitive strategies, especially in geopolitical contexts like China's approach towards Taiwan, where strategic objectives can be pursued with minimal direct confrontation. This aspect is significant because it highlights the changing nature of conflict and the need for adaptive strategies in response. 4. Technological evolution. The rapid development of technologies such as AI, social media, and virtual reality is another critical area that often goes underappreciated. The potential for generative AI to create persuasive content at scale increases the effectiveness of disinformation campaigns. Additionally, the rise of deepfakes complicates the landscape further, making it increasingly difficult for individuals to discern truth from falsehood. The significance here lies in the need for robust technological literacy and critical thinking skills among the public to combat misinformation. 5. The impact of social media. The role of social media in cognitive warfare cannot be overstated. Platforms that facilitate rapid information dissemination can be weaponized to stoke division and manipulate public sentiment. The use of bots and fake accounts to amplify specific narratives reflects a strategic use of social media that many may underestimate. Understanding the mechanics behind this can empower individuals and communities to develop better strategies for resilience against such tactics. 6. Long-term cultural implications. Cognitive warfare has long-lasting implications on societal structures and cultural narratives. The normalization of manipulation and disinformation can erode trust in institutions and democratic processes. This cultural impact may be subtle but pervasive, leading to a societal landscape where skepticism and division become the norm. Recognizing this threat is crucial for fostering a cohesive society capable of critical engagement with information. 7. Policy implications. The discussions surrounding cognitive warfare often focus on the need for regulation of technology and social media. However, there is a pressing need for comprehensive policies that address the cognitive domain as a legitimate battlefield. This includes defining aggression in cognitive terms and establishing frameworks for accountability. The significance of this lies in the potential to create a proactive rather than reactive approach to warfare, emphasizing prevention over mitigation. 8. Civic awareness and education. Enhancing civic awareness about cognitive biases and the mechanisms of cognitive warfare is essential. Public education campaigns can empower individuals to recognize and critically evaluate the information they encounter. The significance here is twofold. It not only armors individuals against manipulation but also fosters a more informed citizenry capable of engaging in democratic processes effectively. 9. Collaboration across disciplines. Addressing the challenges posed by cognitive warfare requires collaboration across various fields, including technology, psychology, and international relations. This interdisciplinary approach can create a holistic understanding of the threats and potential solutions. The significance lies in the recognition that no single discipline can tackle the complexity of cognitive warfare. A multifaceted strategy is necessary. Conclusion. Cognitive warfare presents a profound challenge to traditional notions of conflict, demanding new frameworks for understanding and response. The overlooked aspects discussed above. From psychological manipulation to the implications of emerging technologies underscore the complexity and urgency of addressing this phenomenon. As cognitive warfare continues to evolve, it is crucial for individuals, policymakers, and societies to adapt and develop strategies that safeguard against manipulation while promoting resilience and informed engagement. Here are the 4 most valuable points for in-depth analysis and discussion regarding the topic of cognitive warfare: its historical context, current state, and future implications. 1. Definition and evolution of cognitive warfare. Cognitive warfare represents a significant evolution in conflict strategies where the battlefield extends beyond physical realms to the cognitive processes of individuals and societies. The term gaining traction since 2021 emphasizes the manipulation of thought processes and emotional responses to achieve strategic objectives. This shift highlights the importance of understanding human psychology as cognitive warfare exploits cognitive biases, decision-making heuristics, and the subconscious influences that shape behavior. This point invites exploration into how historical military strategies can inform current practices and how psychological insights can be harnessed in this new form of warfare. 2. Drivers of cognitive warfare: knowledge, incentives, and means. The drivers of cognitive warfare, knowledge, incentives, and means, underscore the interplay between psychological insights and technological capabilities. Knowledge pertains to advances in neuroscience and behavioral economics that reveal how decisions are often irrational and influenced by cognitive biases. The incentive structure encourages nations to engage in cognitive warfare as a low-risk alternative to conventional military action, as evidenced by China's strategies towards Taiwan. The means by which cognitive warfare is conducted has been transformed by technology, particularly social media, artificial intelligence, and data analytics. This point invites a discussion on the ethical implications of leveraging such knowledge and technology in warfare, as well as the potential for misuse and the resultant societal impacts. 3. Technological impact and the role of emerging technologies. Emerging technologies, especially social media, AI, and virtual reality, have revolutionized cognitive warfare by enhancing the scale and effectiveness of information manipulation. The ability to micro-target individuals and adapt messages in real time allows for a new level of disinformation campaigns, making it increasingly difficult for citizens to discern truth from falsehood. The sophistication of tools such as deepfakes and AI-generated content poses significant challenges to information integrity and public trust. This point encourages a critical analysis of how these technologies can be governed and regulated to minimize their exploitation for harmful purposes, as well as the need for public awareness and education regarding digital literacy and cognitive biases. 4. Future perspectives and policy implications. The future of cognitive warfare presents both challenges and opportunities. As technological capabilities advance, so too will the strategies employed in cognitive warfare, necessitating a proactive approach from policymakers. This includes defining what constitutes aggressive actions in the cognitive domain, establishing mechanisms for accountability, and fostering collaborations among technologists, psychologists, and policymakers to address vulnerabilities in human cognition. The implications for national security, individual rights, and societal cohesion are profound, and this point invites discussion on how societies can prepare for and mitigate the risks associated with cognitive warfare while preserving democratic values and individual autonomy. These points provide a framework for a comprehensive discussion on cognitive warfare's implications on history, society, technology, and future conflict dynamics, emphasizing the need for interdisciplinary approaches to understand and address these emerging threats. Here are 3 famous historical cases that illustrate the concept of cognitive warfare, reflecting its impact on societies and nations. 1. The propaganda campaigns of World War I and II. During both World Wars, nations heavily utilized propaganda as a tool of cognitive warfare to influence public opinion, boost morale, and demonize the enemy. In World War I, for instance, the British government established the War Propaganda Bureau, which produced posters, films, and pamphlets to shape public perception about the war, encouraging enlistment and support for the military. Similarly, during World War II, the Nazis employed extensive propaganda to promote their ideology, using films, speeches, and mass rallies to manipulate the German public's perception and justify their actions. The effectiveness of these campaigns showcased how propaganda could sway public sentiment and influence the decision-making processes of both citizens and political leaders. 2. The Chinese Cultural Revolution 1966 to 1976. The Cultural Revolution in China serves as a historical example of cognitive warfare on a societal scale. Led by Mao Zedong, the movement aimed to reinforce communist ideology by purging capitalist and traditional elements from Chinese society. The government employed mass mobilization, public denunciations, and propaganda to manipulate the cognition of the populace, creating an atmosphere of fear and conformity. Through the Red Guards, the state targeted intellectuals, perceived enemies, and anyone suspected of harboring counter-revolutionary thoughts. This psychological manipulation deeply impacted Chinese society, altering cultural norms and values, and left a lasting legacy on collective memory and identity. 3. The Cold War and Psychological Operations (PSYOPs). Throughout the Cold War, both the United States and the Soviet Union engaged in psychological operations as a form of cognitive warfare. The U.S. employed strategies such as the Operation Chaos, which aimed to monitor and counteract anti-war movements and leftist organizations within the country. The CIA also disseminated disinformation and propaganda to influence public opinion in various countries. Meanwhile, the Soviet Union utilized tactics like the Active Measures campaign to manipulate public perception in favor of communism and discredit Western ideologies. These operations highlighted the role of information manipulation in shaping international relations and the perceptions of entire populations, as well as how cognitive warfare can be employed to achieve strategic geopolitical goals. These cases demonstrate the historical significance and evolution of cognitive warfare, illustrating its ability to shape societies and influence outcomes through the manipulation of beliefs, perceptions, and emotions. Future outlook: predictions for cognitive warfare. As we move deeper into the 21st century, the domain of cognitive warfare is expected to evolve, dramatically influenced by advancements in technology, psychology, and geopolitical dynamics. The following predictions outline potential trajectories for cognitive warfare in the coming years, focusing on its implications for global security, societal structures, and individual cognitive rights. 1. Integration of advanced technologies. The integration of artificial intelligence (AI), virtual reality (VR), augmented reality (AR), and brain-computer interfaces is anticipated to redefine cognitive warfare tactics. These technologies will enable actors to craft highly personalized and persuasive narratives that can exploit cognitive biases more effectively than ever before. Generative AI. The use of generative AI will allow for the creation of realistic fake news, deepfakes, and tailored disinformation campaigns that can manipulate public opinion and steer political discourse. By 2026, it is likely that sophisticated AI algorithms will be able to generate content indistinguishable from authentic sources, complicating the identification of misinformation. Brain-computer interfaces. As brain-computer interface technologies such as Neuralink become more prevalent, the potential for cognitive manipulation could increase. Malicious actors could gain unprecedented access to individuals' cognitive processes, enabling them to influence thoughts, emotions, and reactions in real time. 2. Diminished trust in information sources. The rise of cognitive warfare will likely lead to a significant erosion of trust in traditional media and information sources. As disinformation becomes more pervasive and sophisticated, individuals may struggle to discern fact from fiction, creating a societal landscape characterized by skepticism and paranoia. Public disillusionment. By 2030, it is predicted that widespread disillusionment with media will lead to the rise of alternative information networks, where communities may turn to niche sources that align with their pre-existing beliefs, further entrenching cognitive biases. 3. Increased state and non-state actor engagement. Nations and non-state actors will continue to engage in cognitive warfare as a low-cost, high-impact strategy to achieve their geopolitical goals. The implications for international relations could be profound. State actors, countries like China, Russia, and others may increasingly utilize cognitive warfare to undermine rival states without resorting to kinetic conflict, focusing on influencing elections, public policy, and social stability in adversarial nations. Non-state actors, non-state entities including terrorist organizations and activist groups will adopt cognitive warfare techniques to promote their causes, potentially leading to increased polarization and societal unrest. 4. Emergence of cognitive defense mechanisms. In response to the escalating threat of cognitive warfare, both governmental and private sectors are likely to develop cognitive defense mechanisms aimed at protecting individuals and societies from manipulation. Cognitive literacy programs. By the end of the decade, educational institutions may integrate cognitive literacy into curricula, equipping individuals with the skills to critically evaluate information and recognize manipulative tactics. This could help foster a more resilient society capable of resisting cognitive manipulation. Policy frameworks. Governments may introduce regulations that govern the use of AI and other technologies in cognitive warfare, emphasizing transparency, accountability, and the protection of cognitive rights. By 2030, a framework for international cooperation on cognitive warfare may emerge, similar to existing treaties on conventional and nuclear arms. 5. Strategic importance of public opinion. Public opinion will continue to play a critical role in shaping the outcomes of conflicts and geopolitical tensions. The ability to sway public sentiment through cognitive warfare will become a strategic imperative for both state and non-state actors. Narrative control. By 2028, the control of narratives will become a key battlefield, with entities vying for influence over public discourse through social media, influencer marketing, and direct engagement strategies. The effectiveness of these strategies will depend on understanding and exploiting cognitive biases. Conclusion. The future of cognitive warfare is poised to be complex and multifaceted, characterized by rapid technological advancements and evolving geopolitical landscapes. As societies grapple with these changes, the need for robust cognitive defenses, education and media literacy, and international cooperation on regulatory frameworks will become paramount. By proactively addressing the challenges posed by cognitive warfare, nations can better safeguard individual autonomy and societal stability in an increasingly interconnected world.